Hello, welcome to your favorite bookish podcast, Fully Booked and Caffeinated. I'm Kelsey.
And I'm Heather.
And today we have our monthly bonus episode, Bookish Banter, where we discuss the other books we've been reading this past month and whether we recommend them, and also our other favorite pop culture obsessions. This is February's recap. So once again, we're here to complain about the snow.
You mean the blizzard?
The blizzard of over 18 inches of snow.
Did you know that it happens every decade? Like,
then what happens?
The blizzards.
Me wanting to die?
So it was 96, 2006, 2016, and now 2026. Yeah,
so we are in a simulation.
Yeah, someone posted about it on Facebook today, and I was like, "Wow, that actually is accurate." That's crazy.
Wow, I hate how we're just sheep being controlled by the weather machine and the world that is this simulation. How could they be doing this to us?
And the weather guy I follow, Nor'easter Nick, he thinks we might have one more coming in March. And I swear to God.
Yeah, in like 3 days.
That's like a different one.
Oh, like one later in March. Yeah, I remember when there was a year that we got a ton of snow in March, and I would not be able to tell you the year, but if you're telling me it's 2016, I believe you. All I
know is that we purposely chose March for our wedding because my husband didn't want it to be hot, and it ended up being like 70 degrees in March.
Maybe hotter. It was
the most beautiful day.
It was. I was like, should we go to the beach after this? It was seriously so nice.
So March is definitely like a
unpredictable month.
Like a, what is that? A Cracker Jack?
A what?
When you like the Cracker Jack or remember like there's like that, you get it like the ball games and you don't know what toy is going to be inside.
I mean, I know what a Cracker Jack is, but I've never heard this as a saying.
Like you don't know what you're going to get.
Wow. Okay.
I know it's also like a Forrest Gump quote with like the box chocolates, but there's also like a Cracker Jack. You don't know what kind of toy you're going to get.
I like Cracker Jacks. But only at a baseball game, I think. Wouldn't taste the same outside of that.
Maybe you're probably right.
Anywho, all right. So what are you drinking / did you drink since you're stuck in the house today?
Yeah, I mean, I just made like an espresso pod this morning because obviously I was not leaving the house.
Oh, but tell us about your coffee from yesterday because we checked out a new coffee shop.
Yes. Actually, I had 2 coffees this weekend because Saturday when I went to my friend's house, she ordered us offshore and I got the sugar cookie latte, which wasn't bad, but they make it with like an almond syrup and I don't like almonds. So eventually when I got to like the syrup or the taste, it kind of like turned me off a little bit.
Okay.
Because like some cookies have like almond extract in them. I can really taste it, and I don't like it. It tastes kind of funky to me, but it was good. And then yesterday, when we went to a Cup of Literature in Asbury Park, we both actually got the same coffee because I tried yours and it tasted good.
It was so good.
So I just got a latte with brown sugar syrup, but I added vanilla cold foam to mine.
Yeah. Did you get oat milk?
Yes.
Yeah. I figured. Me too. Yeah, the coffee was really good and their syrup was house made, which was nice.
Oh, nice.
And the drink that Kristen got, which was
like a sea salt maple.
It was like a mocha latte, but then it had a sea salt maple cold foam. I didn't love the mocha because I don't love mocha coffee, but the flavor was really good with the cold foam.
Yeah, it was.
So I think everyone enjoyed their coffees, which was nice.
Yeah, love a good coffee shop.
Which is good since we'll be there again this weekend. Okay. Well, cheers.
Cheers.
All right. So let's talk about our books from this past month. I have a lot less than I had last month, as is expected. So I've got 5.
Okay.
And starting off with, actually, I didn't do this on purpose, but mine go from my least favorite to my favorite.
Well, that worked out nicely.
Yeah. So starting with The Compound by Aisling Roll, which you already read. This is most disappointing because I really loved the concept, but the execution was so bad.
I know.
It was so boring.
It could have been so good. Like, it literally could have been so good.
The parts that were good were really good.
I know.
There was probably like 5 good chapters in this entire book. Main character was insufferable, which I know was the point, but I still couldn't stand her. It was just repetitive. And the aspect of this like reality show could have been so cool. I know.
And I hated like me off. Towards the end, it just got so boring because it was repetitive and there was nothing fun happening.
They spent 60% of the book just walking around. Just walking, not talking about like the relationships, not talking about what was like past experiences with the show. Like they just could have talked about so much other stuff and they didn't.
I know.
So very stupid. And then I listened to Hollow by Selena Myers, which you let me know. She is a TikToker, but not originally for books. And now she was like, oh, I'm famous on TikTok. Now it's time to publish my book. Good for her.
I mean, get that bag. We say it all the time.
Hell yeah. And this book wasn't bad. It was giving Twilight vibes. And the vampire story wasn't that good. Okay. Because nothing happened until literally the last 15 minutes of the audiobook.
Oh, good.
So I was like, so she's definitely setting it up for a sequel.
Okay.
But that being said, I really liked the characters. Like there was some diversity, which was nice. And the lead up was good. But because it was so clearly set up for a sequel, it felt kind of like incomplete. So I rated it 3.5. I probably would check out the sequel if she wrote it though. So that's a good sign.
There's that at least.
Whatever. And then next was The Scammer by Tiffany D. Jackson, which I had been waiting for a while. I was very excited about this. The ending of this book sucked and I hated it. So my 4-star rating is pretending that the last 5% of this did not happen.
Okay.
Surprisingly, this was about a cult, which was a fun surprise because I didn't realize that. And as expected from Tiffany D. Jackson, great writing, great exploration into Black culture and how it can be weaponized, just like we saw in Weight of Blood. So overall, I really liked it. It's definitely her style. I just think that she should have focused on like what works instead of trying to add a little twist at the end to make it more thriller-ish.
Okay.
Because like the whole cult vibe and like the way they were talking about like weaponizing Black culture was enough of a book. Like you didn't need a thriller twist. You know what I mean? But who am I to say? Anyway, then I read Victorian Psycho by Virginia Fieto. I don't know. This book is what I would call casually unhinged.
Oh.
It's about a woman who takes a job as a caretaker for these children, and she has a very interesting relationship with the parents. I don't know what else to say other than that she struggles with her mental health. Okay. So I'll leave it at that. But this book was short. It was only like, I think like 200 pages, which I really liked because any longer with this main character who was so unhinged probably would have driven me nuts. So it was like the perfect amount of crazy. Nice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then last but not least, my favorite read of the month was The Future Saints by Ashley Winstead.
Oh, yes. I still need to get my hands on that one.
I loved this more than I thought I was going to. It has the Daisy Jones vibe, but the focus is way more on grief. So it makes it like completely its own thing.
Yeah.
Daisy Jones didn't really do that. I wrote in my Storygraph review, this book is for emo girlies who have lost someone close to them. Oh, because the way they talk about grief in this book is so different to what we normally read. Like it was just talking about like the power and the impact and like the hollowing out that you get from grief, and it hit pretty hard. But even without the grief storyline, like we still get the rock star life, some sexual tension, some good characters. So you don't have to be grieving to love this book. I don't have anything bad to say about it. I loved it.
Wonderful. Yes, I definitely want to get that and read it, because I've been seeing a lot of people have really been enjoying that one.
Yeah, I really was not popular. Expecting it, but I'm happy. All right, so ended on a good note. Let me know what you read this past month.
I have 4. Really good month, actually. Everything is 4.5 stars and higher.
Okay.
So it was actually a decent month. I started with Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber, which is... There's a character from the Caraval series, Jax, the Prince of Hearts, that comes over and into this series. He has like his own trilogy. So this is the first book in that series, and I just really love Stephanie Garber, like, a lot.
She's one of your favorites now.
Yeah, she just does the romantasy really well. And I would definitely qualify it as young adult, because there's not really, it doesn't really bypass any kind of like spice level. It's very like mild. So this is definitely kind of like a young adult romantasy. And then I read another young adult romantasy, which I think is also kind of diagnosed as like a young adult, but a more mature young adult.
Okay.
And I didn't listen to it yet, but Rachel Gillig, who I also love, was on House of Mayor. I can never say the last name. It really makes me mad. She was on it last week to talk about, because they did a book club and they read One Dark Window, which I loved so much. And she was talking about that book was listed as young adult, and she was like, I don't know why, because like it's so mature. So it's so interesting, because we've talked about that many times, that the idea of young adult is so freaking broad. There's young adult, but then there's like mature young adult, like when you're, a little bit older and you can read like the sex scenes and it doesn't feel too much.
Yeah, which is like such a big thing, and actually something I kind of want to look into about like these different age ranges of YA, because especially like parents who are allowing their kids to read this stuff, they have to be really cautious. And like that comes up a lot with like movies and stuff too, especially like horror movies. And like, would you rather, like, some parents are like, oh, my kid can watch the sex scenes, but they can't watch the scary stuff. Like there's just like different levels of it, which is kind of crazy.
I know. So I read Wild Reverence by Rebecca Ross, which this is the prequel to Divine Royals, which that came out, I want to say 2 years ago. I have not read this one yet. But this was a really big, all the rage. People were obsessed with this. So I am looking forward to reading it, because Rebecca Ross writes really, really well. The book was a little too long. I think it could have been wrapped up a little bit quicker, but fantasy books just kind of, I think, have a mind of their own.
Seriously.
So didn't love the length, but loved the story. And
I feel like I would read more fantasy if all these books weren't 600 pages and up.
No, seriously. So, and then I listened to Atmosphere, which I absolutely loved. And
I'm so happy you listened to that.
I'm so happy to see that it got like the green light to make it into a film, because I think that, no lie, as I was listening to it, I was thinking this would make a phenomenal like motion picture. And just the way that Taylor Jenkins Reid, just the way that she writes love stories, it's so unique. And she kind of writes it under a lens that's not as typical that you see in like romance novels. But I feel like hers are more like contemporary fiction. I wouldn't qualify her books as romance, but they have a lot of romance in them.
Well, even that other one that we read, One True Love, is that what it's called?
We read After I I read After I Do.
After I Do. I have One True Love. I haven't read it.
Yeah, same.
After
I haven't read it yet.
Mm-hmm. Even though that was like a love story, I feel like hers are just so much more realistic.
Mm-hmm.
Like they really show, instead of just like a stupid third act breakup, like they actually show like the hard parts of a relationship. Yes. So I feel like that's why they just feel so much better, you know?
Yeah. And then the last one I read was The Ex-Vows by Jessica Joyce, which was a cute little romance novel, kind of like a second chance romance.
Okay.
Again, it was like a little repetitive in some parts, so I wasn't a huge fan, but it was still good. Like I still liked it. But, you know, just getting pickier. I try not to, but you know, what can I do?
It's bound to happen with
but
the
they
amount
were good.
that
like
we read.
You know, like I'm not gonna. Like, I rated them 4.5, so it's not like I hated it. But there's just
Heather, you're so funny. Like this book was just okay. I rated it 4.99, but
just couldn't give it that 1.01 single digit.
I get it.
Listen, I don't know how I rate things, okay?
It doesn't matter.
Go with the flow.
It's just you finish and the first thing that pops into your head, that's the rating.
Yep, that's where we're at.
Yeah, I agree with that. All right, so this month, do you have some upcoming releases for March that you're excited about?
Yes, 2 romances. Shocker. Okay. They both come out actually like next week.
Okay.
The first is In Her League by Liz Tomforty. She's the one that writes that sports romance, the Windy City series that I love.
Yeah, you like her a lot.
Yeah, this is not a part of the series, but it's 2 characters from the series. It's like she's just kind of writing just a book for them. Okay. And they're like older. They're probably, in my assumption, I would say they're probably in like their 40s.
Okay.
30s, 40s, the characters. So it's like an older, more mature romance. But I'm very excited. She's been hyping it up. And the art for the book is just beautiful. And people are so talented. And I don't know how they do it. Mm-hmm. And then Lauren Blakely, who I've recently got into, she apparently has a new book coming out. Didn't know that. So I want to get that one. It's called It Seemed Like a Good Idea. I don't think it's sports romance. I think it's just kind of like a typical romance.
Okay.
But I'm going to pick it up because I like her as well.
I love that. Okay.
So
that's good because last month you didn't have anything.
I think I just had the B.K. Borison book.
Mm-hmm.
Which I have to buy this week.
Yes, because we
went 2 weeks ago prematurely. Don't know why.
Thought that it came out.
Whoopsie. That it came out 2 weeks ago and it did not.
And I was going to buy Tradwife when we went, and I'm glad I didn't because I just got that on Hoopla and I started listening to it today.
I've seen really good things about it.
Me too. And I listened to our pod friend, the Stories and Spoilers podcast.
Yeah.
And I listened to the interview that she did with Saratoga Schaefer, which was a good interview. So that made me even more excited for it. So I will report back on that next month.
Very nice.
I have a lot of releases because this is a good year for horror, okay? It's a good time to be scared. You know what I'm saying? So Jackie Walters, who wrote Dearest, which came out recently, last year, she has a new book coming out called Turn Off the Light. There's a book called You Should Have Been Nicer to My Mom by Vincent Tirado. This one looks good. And this one I'm super excited for. It's called Nothing Tastes as Good by Luc Dumas. Dumas? Dumas. Doesn't matter. But it's basically about this like weight loss drug that the side effect is that it's like killing people. And I'm like, wow, how relevant right now. So this is the one I'm most excited to read.
Nice.
And then T. Kingfisher has a new book coming out called Wolfworm. So I'm behind on my T. Kingfishers. I really have to catch up, but I just The covers are always so intriguing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I feel like there were a lot of, and I thought about writing them down too. There were a lot of covers that caught my eye. And I actually was watching a TikTok, and the girl was talking about how you'll notice a trend with book covers, and like a lot of people will kind of use the same one. And it seems like the one for 2026 is like watercolor.
Okay.
Book covers. And they're so beautiful. But yeah, there was like 2 or 3 that I saw that I'm like, I don't know what this is, but I would pick it up purely on cover alone.
Oh, 100%.
It's just so pretty.
That's why, thank God I have so many books at home that I have to read, because I really will go out and I'm like, wow, I need all these books. And then I'm like, no, if it's not already on my TBR, I need to stop.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need it. But yeah, that's interesting about like there being trends in the book covers. I like that.
Which I never would have thought about, but it is a really good point, because I feel recently, more specifically with romances and indie romances, a lot of the artwork on books is like the cartoon, it's just like the artwork is so well done, and you can know when it's going to be like a romance, because it'll have like these 2 really well drawn people instead of like fake men on covers.
Instead of Fabio, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree with that. I think that's what I do like a lot about looking at all these different book covers, is that you know what kind of book it is before you even pick it up.
Yeah.
All right. This is funny because this is going to come back around in our book news. So for our book news this month, this is selfish to me because I picked the topic, and this is about one of my most anticipated releases for this year. Shy Girl by Mia Ballard.
Okay.
Was allegedly written by AI.
Oh,
and
no.
This isn't just some like random TikTok alleging it. It has turned into a whole thing on Horror Talk. I mean, there's YouTube videos about it. There's Reddit threads about it, especially because some very popular creators were given arcs and they were promoting this book heavily. So Brandon Baker, he has 380,000 followers. He actually wrote a blurb for the book. Madison Can Read and Kerry Reads, who both have 100,000 followers, they endorsed this book very highly. Madison rated it 6 stars, and Kerry said, "I'm absolutely feral over this book." Oh, no. And I am yet again impressed by the internet's commitment, because they have receipts. I mean, specific examples from the book where they feel like the metaphors or the prose are specifically AI, phrases which are the exact same as other books. Freedom McFadden, we're looking at you.
Freedom McFadden.
Weird formatting errors. Like, even Goodreads was blocking reviews of this book for a little while. Like, you weren't able to write a review. So presumably that's why they like looked into it, but nothing's ever been confirmed because she's not going to admit it. And the biggest thing that people are pissed off about is because like this was originally self-published through Amazon, and then a publisher picked it up.
Okay.
And so like the release date this year is for it to actually be published. And the fact that Amazon is like allowing this AI generated media to be passed off as authentic art is fucked up. And for the fact of like, you don't know what you're getting into. So like, I would go and buy this book because I'm so excited about it.
Exactly.
And then that money is going towards this AI generated book.
That's like, the whole world of AI is just getting worse and worse. I was watching a reel on Instagram the other day. It was a filmmaker, and she was talking about how insane it is now because people are going back in and changing like old films and, rewriting scenes and everything. And which, like, number one, why would you do that to someone else's work without their permission? And number two, a lot of these actors are dead. So you can't get their permission to change their scenes. But just, why are we so obsessed with taking over other people's work? Like, why can't we just be creative on our own and just write what you want or create what you want? And if no one likes it, no one likes it. At least you've tried. You know what I mean?
And how can you live with yourself, like, if you get popular off this book that you didn't even write?
You didn't write. Like, I don't know.
And I mean, like, obviously we know our stance on AI generated books. I think the problem is that a lot of people don't realize the effects of using AI, like especially environmental effects. Like right now it's trendy to use ChatGPT for everything. Like my mom was telling me about her new neighbors who selected the paint colors for their house from ChatGPT. And I'm like, you know, you can go to Home Depot and get free paint swatches, but okay. But the servers for these AI models run mostly on fossil fuels, which contributes to greenhouse gas emissions and climate change. By 2030, AI growth contributions of CO2 will be the equivalent of adding 5 to 10 million cars on the road. Mining the minerals needed also contributes to pollution, electronic waste, habitat destruction. The servers use massive amounts of water for cooling purposes of these big servers, which can strain local water sources, especially in areas where water scarcity is already an issue or where water health is a problem or a concern. And the whole point being that, like, AI is inevitable. It's never, even just Googling something, you get an AI generated summary or response. I personally have used ChatGPT for schoolwork. We created our new logo with ChatGPT. Don't come for us.
I noticed now too that Gmail summarizes. So because we use Gmail, I use it for my personal, but we also use it for work.
Okay.
And now it gives me a blurb at the beginning above like the email. It's summarizing what's going on in the email. And I'm just like, I didn't ask for this.
Exactly. And even when you Google something like, I didn't ask for this, I can click on
it's
a link.
It's a whole thing.
And so obviously it's not going anywhere, but I think the important thing is that people need to be informed. Like, we need to be aware of the impact that these advances in technology are having on our future, on our world, especially you, like having a small child that is going to grow up in this world. Like, do I think AI will ever stop growing? Of course not. But because of the environmental effects, like, we need to keep this in mind, especially during elections, supporting candidates who are aiming for transparency, reducing our carbon footprint, making AI as environmentally conscious as possible, etc. But we need to completely reject AI in certain spaces, like the book world, like the art world. These are amazing, talented authors, artists, whatever, who will never be recognized because all of the spotlight is going to these people who stole work from a fucking computer. And it's sad, and it's also disgusting.
100%. I just don't like the idea of AI, and it's inevitable. I know, but I really feel like those Black Mirror episodes are going to come to fruition any day now.
Well, the amount of books that are written about AI, like taking over the world, I'm like, I can't read these. It's too real. No. It's too real. It's like reading books about COVID. Like, now we're far enough away from it that it doesn't affect me as much, but it's just too real.
Yeah.
And not only that, but the art for the cover of this book was stolen from another artist. From what I can tell, that has since been remedied after people on the internet called her out, and now the original artist has been compensated. So it was kind of like a fuck up and then apologize after.
I don't know. I don't get it. Like, I don't understand.
And not only are you a shitty person for doing that, but do you think that the internet isn't going to find out?
I know. And just like, where's your moral compass?
If you had just asked the artist for permission and paid them ahead of time, it wouldn't be a problem.
I don't know. I can't.
And if you're going to use AI to write your book, why didn't you have AI generate your freaking cover image?
Literally. Oh my God, but I hate all the AI images that are popping up all over my Facebook for like snow removal. It's all the same goddamn picture. I'm like,
Always.
you're not different. Like you're posting the same one that another company is posting. How are you going to differentiate yourself? Just stop.
Because ChatGPT is not original.
I don't want to see, your family photo as a caricature from ChatGPT. No one gives a flying fuck.
And I see so many like Meet the Book Talker posts or Meet the Bookstagrammer posts of like the cartoon of them. And I'm like, listen, I know that we used it also, but like, I don't know. I just feel like there's a line.
No, I think just like continuously using it just to like, I don't know. There are artists that you could be paying to create, but it's like a double standard because like we said, we did it. So like we have to take ownership for that.
Exactly. Well, we're being open.
But to like continuously use it.
If someone wants to reach out to us and you want to create art for us, we will compensate you.
Literally.
We just
we're not arty.
Yeah. We just are not skilled in that way. We are skilled in talking shit.
I can draw a really good stick figure, and that's about it.
There you go. So our next logo will be stick figures. I don't know what to tell you. Anywho, so I'm very upset because this was truly one of my most anticipated for this year.
Yeah, that sucks. I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm definitely still going to read it, but I definitely won't be purchasing it or spending any money on it or, you know what I mean? Like I'll get it from the library or something.
That's interesting. So you'll still read it even though it's like AI generated?
Well, I want to see what everyone is saying
purposes.
Because some people didn't notice at all. And some people are like, oh, I immediately knew the part where it switched to completely AI. Because like apparently there's this like really big twist at the end. And then at the end, people noticed that the writing changed.
Interesting.
So remember when we read I'll Be Gone in the Dark and like you could tell when Michelle McNamara stopped writing?
So maybe like she kind of wrote most of it, but then couldn't figure out an ending or something. So she just threw it into ChatGPT and she was like, write the rest of this for me.
Like fed in what she'd already written and then said, write the ending for me, which like makes it a little better, not much better. But I'm curious to see if I'll be able to
figure it out.
Yeah. Or like see that, because it would also be because the guy who I was talking about, Brandon, who wrote like a little blurb for it, he's like, I've never used AI, like I've never used ChatGPT. I don't know these things that people are talking about that they noticed. Like I'm really upset that this has happened. I still don't know if it's true, but if it is, it's horrible. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know if I would notice something like that besides just being like, oh, the ending sucked or something, you know?
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I mean, I'm interested to see like your report back.
Yeah, I will definitely,
because I feel like you're probably gonna be able to spot it.
I think so too, especially because I do focus so much on like the flow of writing. Yeah. So yeah, I'm interested to see, but like I said, I won't spend any money on it, but I will probably still read it to see what all the hype is about.
All right.
Yeah. For research purposes. Anywho,
purposes only.
So that's our completely, my completely selfish book topic for this month. Any other book things we need to talk about?
No.
Wonderful. Okay. Let's switch gears, talk about other things we consumed with our eyeballs this past month. Tell me about some TV that you watched.
Well, I forgot to bring this up last month, but I did watch Stranger Things season 5 in January.
Okay.
I just completely forgot to bring it up.
And did you like it?
In my notes and everything. I actually did. And there's a lot of discourse online about people like really disliking this last season. And I liked it. Okay. So I think I'm like in the minority of it. But I don't know. I just thought that it was pretty well done.
Good.
You know, and I liked how they tied it up at the end and the characters, you know, and what their futures look like. So I thought it was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Okay, good.
We both watched Heated Rivalry, which we talked about briefly on the podcast review episode of the book. So I won't go too much into it, but it was pretty well done.
Yeah, and anyone who's started watching it and you don't like episode 1 and 2, stick with it. Because after episode 3, it really turns up.
Yeah, we both didn't like the first 2 episodes. And then once episode 3 came on, I was like, oh, I am now fully invested.
100%. Even like towards the end of episode 2, I was like, okay, I get it.
Yeah. Also, I am now emotionally invested in Olympic figure skating. Don't know how that happened, but I watched hours of figure skating these past 2 weeks. And I cried a lot. And now I want Millie to get into figure skating. And I want her to become an Olympian. And I am putting way too much pressure on my 2.5-year-old, but yes, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Okay. Still continuing Love Island All-Stars. It did pick up with like not the love connections, just the goddamn drama.
It got a lot better since the last time that we talked about it.
It's definitely reminiscent of old school Love Island seasons.
Yes.
But it's also getting boring because now, like, I love Belle, but she needs to, like, shut the fuck up sometimes. Like, now it's like, you just keep bringing it up and you keep trying to, like, rehash. But that's the problem with her and Scott, and that's why they would never work as a couple. Because they're, like, the same person and they have to be right. So the two of them would never work as a couple, friendship only, but they're such instigators of each other.
Watching them bicker, I'm like, these two would kill each other.
You know, and Lucinda is just annoying AF, and I
truly can't stand her, and it's so annoying because Belle really needs to shut the fuck up, like you said. Like, it's tired, it's done, but I dislike Lucinda so much that I'm just like, whatever. Like, when she gets into it with Sammy, because Sammy is completely justified.
Yes.
I'm like, just shut up.
I know. And then, oh my God, I can't. And I don't like Sean. I just want Sammy and Kieran to win, and that's all I'm hoping for. I just need them to win, and then everything will be fine. I finished Summer House season 1. I have entered into the Bravo world. It was pretty terrible. The people are terrible, but that was to be expected. Like, I don't think any of them understand what the word friendship means. And also, to be in my mid-30s and just be getting wasted all weekend makes me want to, like, barf thinking about it. But also, if I had the ability to do it, I probably would still try.
The worst part to me is the fact that they drive 2.5 hours. So 5 total hours of driving just to be there for 2 days.
Yeah. But also, I wouldn't lie, I would do it. If I had a summer house that I was just going to party in all weekend and I had no responsibilities, I would probably do the same.
I mean, I'd be working from that house. I would just never leave.
Exactly.
I would be going back to the city.
Yes, I finished season 1. I don't like anybody. There is not one person that I liked. I really dislike the twins. Awful. I'm glad to hear that they're out after season 2, right?
They make it to season 2? I thought they were done after season 1. Ew. Wow. I'm so sorry for you.
Yeah, no, I think they're in season 2. Christina is also the worst human on the planet.
Oh,
I don't know if she's in any more seasons.
The worst.
But she was a terrible friend, and I don't know. It's just, if you ever feel like you're not in a good friendship, just watch one of these shows and you'll feel better about it.
Yeah, she's not in season 2.
Is she in more like future seasons?
No, she never comes back.
Oh, good, because I did not like her one bit. She was such a gaslighter, and I hate when there's a female gaslighter.
I know. The only people who stay are Lindsay, Kyle, and Carl. And then Amanda comes in season 2, and obviously she's still on. So I'm watching Summer House season 10, which just started a couple weeks ago. It's so fucking good.
She was a pretty prominent part of season 1, though. I know she wasn't in it like as like a season regular, but like she had a storyline in the first season.
100%. Yeah.
But yeah, so I like it. It's a nice show to put on to turn off my brain. and just to watch people do crazy ass things.
Agreed. Love that.
And last but not least, Love is Blind season 10, which is all the rage right now because of one man and one man only.
because of three horrible men, but one who is the king of those horrible men.
The king, and the one who doesn't give a flying fuck, but clearly gives a flying fuck.
The 5'4" Keebler elf looking motherfucker who don't give a flying fuck, acting as if he has ever given a woman an orgasm. The audacity of this man to think that he has ever brought pleasure to a woman is so egregious to me.
Yeah,
I truly would have knocked this man out. I just
he just definitely went to Jessica's house and felt his masculinity come into question, and he couldn't handle that.
Which is why he dates 21-year-olds.
Yeah, because watching them in Cabo, I really thought that they might have a chance because they looked so well together. So it's just like crazy that he like comes back when they get back to Ohio. He just now becomes like this terrible human being.
A lot of people were saying because he was two completely different people with Breezy and with Jess that he is like a mirror of whoever he's with. And like that became so much more apparent. And Jess has come out since and said that she agrees with that. His ex-girlfriends have come out and said they agree with that. But it's just so obvious that he was like, oh, wait, this isn't who I want to pretend to be forever because this girl isn't hot enough to be on my arm.
Yeah,
even though she's fucking gorgeous and a literal doctor.
I was listening to the Dear Shandy recap, and they were saying that he had a really good producer in like a positive way for us as viewers, because Chris obviously trusted his producer enough for his producer to be like, yeah, you should do that. You should be yourself and fuck yourself. But I'm not going to say that last part. Like, so whoever his producer was, like, hats off.
That's actually such a good point.
You definitely helped show his true colors.
Especially when he's doing that interview right after in that fucking armchair where he's like, oh, she didn't want to continue with me if she can't handle my honesty. And I just know the producer was like, yes, you're so right, buddy.
I just like to have this conversation with Jess and be like, I don't want to fuck you, but I still want to date you. Like, I don't get it. Like, he's then reverse Unoing her, and she's like, oh, you don't want to be with me now when I was honest with you?
Because she has to be the problem, because he has to be able to go to the pod meetup and say, I wanted to continue things, and she's the one who broke it off.
He didn't want to continue things.
You literally said that you couldn't like keep your dick hard while you guys were having sex. And then the fact that he was yelling about how it's the worst. I'm so sure.
It was probably the worst she ever had, but she's just being nice about it.
I mean, look at him.
I don't want to. That's the problem.
It's so bad. Anywho. And it's just like, because he is so horrible and disgusting, it's really overshadowing the fact that Alex and Devante are also horrible.
Yeah, this season takes the cake with bad men.
It's really like 3 Hall of Famers here.
I know, but also, like, and I said to you, I'm like, respectfully, fuck Brie, because how can you sit there and entertain this conversation? Like, I can understand that you might feel like awkward to like stop him or leave the conversation, but also you were butthurt in Cabo when he wasn't talking to you. So I think that Connor, who I didn't think I was going to like, I now love, and I feel bad for him.
Agreed. She let Chris talk shit about her man, her fiance. She let him talk shit about Jess, who's supposed to be her friend. Like, she's such a pick-me. And she'll do anything to make sure that like all of these people are in love with her. All she does is talk negatively about Connor. It's so obnoxious.
I hate it.
Every single person that Chris was talking to should have shut him the fuck down. Like, everyone should have been like, I know that you're upset, but you shouldn't be talking about her this way. I know, like, the fact that no one stopped him is insane to me.
I know, but I love when Connor at one point was like, you couldn't pay me enough to like be in that conversation with him. And then Amber is just like the shining gem of the season.
Seriously.
But
I do really like her.
So I really can't wait to see the final batch of episodes, to see the downfall of all of these people. Because I heard, there was like a lot of stuff about like Devontae now that's come out, and Alex is just a weirdo who doesn't want to have sex with his fiance because she's on her period.
Or because she's blonde.
I don't know.
He also doesn't have a job. Bro, you do not have a job. Keep saying nomadic. What that means is unemployed.
Just the audacity of men just existing.
Wish we couldn't.
It would be so wonderful to just eradicate them. We can't, but it would be so great if we could.
They're just so brave to exist, Yeah.
Yeah.
And just to go out there and think that they're right. It's just, it's fascinating, It should be studied. Anywho, so needless to say, this season is much better than last season. Was last season Minneapolis?
No. Last season was
Denver.
Oh, it was bad. Last season was so boring. Last season was not good whatsoever.
Okay. Yeah. So
I mean, Ohio did deliver, but it like over-delivered.
And then we get none of Vic and Christine because everyone else is just such a hot mess.
I know. And also Amber and Jordan, because I think that they're going to be successful and I want to see more of them.
Yeah, I agree. Whatever. I do like them together.
Whatever.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens this week. So this week is all of the weddings, and then they'll do the reunion at a later date?
I think so. Okay. Yeah, this should be the final batch.
Yeah. Or because the preview was the weddings.
Yeah, I mean, I think this will be the final batch.
I think so, too. Because they've already had, because the first drop was six episodes, which was a lot. And then they did another 3, so.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, we're still watching Traitors, which is almost over. I can't believe that it's almost over. I never want it to end.
I know. But I am looking forward to a season of not all famous people. I'm just kind of like bored. I'm like bored of it a little bit. So I want to see people come in.
I think the problem is that the reality part bleeds too much into the show. Like the fact that they reference their other shows so much, they reference their other behaviors, like especially the housewives. It just feels like too meta.
Yep. Yeah. So sad it's going to be over, but ready for a new season also.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's all I've been watching as far as reality. I did watch the documentary Reality Check Inside America's Next Top Model on Netflix. This documentary is amazing.
I could watch it. I never watched America's Next Top Model, and I don't know any of the lore whatsoever.
When I was texting the group chat, and I was like, "So who else was obsessed? America's Next Top Model?"
Just you.
And everyone else was like, "Crickets." And they're like, "Oh no, actually it made me feel really bad about myself." And I was like, maybe that's why I am just the baddest bitch. Okay. I did exposure therapy since I was very small watching America's Next Top Model. And now I'm like, nothing could hurt me. Nothing.
Right. You're probably right.
So this documentary is so good. Tyra is the biggest villain on Netflix right now. Worse than Chris on Love is Blind.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people like coming for her.
Oh, she took zero accountability. She blamed the fans. She blamed the producers, which she was one. She literally, she's like, I don't know anything about the production side. I can't comment on that. Meanwhile, her Chiron says executive producer. They did her so dirty because she was just horrible. If there was a question that she didn't want to answer, she was just like, no, I'm not going to talk about that.
Okay.
Girl, why are you here in your fucking trench coat?
Okay.
So it was good. Wow. It didn't give us any answers. There was like this very big storyline that was on one of the earlier seasons that this girl, they like were meeting up with a bunch of male models when they went to Italy, and she ended up sleeping with one of them and cheating on her boyfriend. And it came out just in this documentary that she was actually sexually assaulted and that she was basically unconscious while they were having sex. And so everyone thought she was like this huge villain for cheating on her boyfriend. And she was actually raped. Like, it's just, it's so dark. It's so dark.
I hate it.
And it's my childhood. And I loved it so much. And to go along with that, I also listened to the Curse of America's Next Top Model podcast, where a journalist basically like speaks with a bunch of former contestants, dives into like the controversial things behind it, and just kind of like explores it and talks about how a lot of it did not age well. Clearly.
Oh boy.
God, I love it so much. And apparently, I don't know if this was like Tyra being Tyra, but she's like, just wait till you see what we have in store for season 25.
Is it still on?
No, I don't think she's serious. I don't know. I think maybe she thought that this documentary was going to go well for her.
Would reboot it.
Exactly. And babe, that's not happening. That's not happening. Like so, anywho, wow. This is why I love TikTok, because I can talk to other people who are obsessed with American
Which is nice. Yeah. Yeah. You can find your own little community.
Exactly. Other than that, I watched, movies-wise, I rewatched Scream 1 through 6 in anticipation of the new movie. And I also was sent screeners for 2 new movies. One of them came out a few days ago, and one of them came out last week. The Mortuary Assistant. This was not very good. Apparently, it's based on a video game.
Okay.
But acting wasn't great. The whole thing was repetitive. I didn't really know what was going on. And this girl ends up like embalming herself because there's demons. I'm not sure. Anyway, really went over my head. The other one I got was much better. It's called Diabolic. This is about a woman who is haunted by her childhood trauma from living in the LDS church. Oh. So, yeah. So she goes back to where she grew up to get answers, but instead she becomes possessed.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. So it was scary. I liked that it was about the LDS church, because normally we only see the Catholic church in these kind of movies. Yeah. And allegedly it's based on true events. So I enjoyed it. There were some issues, obviously. It wasn't a perfect movie, but I liked it.
That's fun.
So, yeah. So at least I got a good one in there.
Love that for you.
Yeah. So we'll see what else comes up. What other movies I can...
Right?
I can get screeners too, because I love this.
Yeah, there's actually... I didn't realize... another podcast, book podcast. I wish I could remember the name now. I probably should look that up beforehand. It might have been based on a book podcast. They put out all the films that are coming out this year that are based off books, and there were so many. I was blown away. I was like, oh my god, there's so many books that are like, so many movies that are coming out that are based on books. And I'm like, it's just gonna, I think, continue. It's gonna be a huge trend, which is great for authors.
Yeah, and great for people with book podcasts.
Also true.
But yeah, it's also like, it's something that's been going on forever, but I think recently they're so much closer to the books, because like when you think about the fact that Clueless is based on a book.
Yeah, like it's loosely based.
Such a loosely based. And then you look at Heated Rivalry and you're like, oh, this is word for word based on a book. So it definitely has evolved in that way.
Yeah, so I'm interested to like see some of the ones. I mean, obviously, I'm excited for The Devil Wears Prada too. I think that comes out next month.
It looks really good, and they haven't aged a day.
No, so we have to plan our movie date for that one.
Yes, 100%.
I need my popcorn and M&Ms and watch Meryl Streep and Anne Hathaway work that screen.
100%. Tell me when and where, and I'll be there.
Matinee.
Exactly.
12 p.m.
Get them 25% off tickets. Speaking of, I really want to go see Send Help because we saw the preview for it when we went to go see Housemaid, and I thought it looked like really cheesy, but the reviews have been amazing. Everyone says it's like Rachel McAdams' best performance ever.
I mean, I believe it. I've always been a huge Rachel McAdams fan.
She's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why I'm like, everything she does is amazing. So they're going to say this is her best? That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I have also been seeing a lot of good coming out of that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so maybe I'll see that towards the end of its run.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anything else that you watched or listened to or are excited for?
I mean, this should come as no surprise, but I'm really excited for Noah Kahan's new album that comes out in April.
Oh, that's so far away.
I know, but also
did you end up getting tickets?
No. Mm-hmm. Christina tried so hard. She tried multiple times, but it's like, and I was literally just talking to Eric about this because Millie loves The Great Divide.
Mm-hmm.
Like she'll stop and like listen to it, and I was saying it's just like it's so crazy the trajectory of people's careers because like you just never know when you're gonna hit it. Like you truly never know because he was like, you know, I didn't listen to him when he was super indie and was playing in like local bars and he just had like these EPs out and stuff. You know, I got into him from like 6th Season. And so
me too.
And it's so crazy that this album has shot him to stardom. He has now sold out stadiums. Like, and he's not even like a pop star. Like the fact that an indie artist is selling out stadiums is unbelievable to me. It's like unbelievable.
And that he re-released 6th Season with like so many guest spots and like it's just he's so talented. So fucking talented.
So ready for this album to either heal me or tear me apart. Maybe both. We'll see.
I mean, Great Divide is tearing me apart, but I've probably listened to it 5 gazillion times.
No,
like
literally,
it's too good.
And I was so excited also for Hilary Duff's comeback, and I was not prepared for her album to like emotionally devastate me because it's about being from like a divorced family, having a bad relationship with your father, and also like a fraught relationship with your sibling. And I was like, ooh, we're 3 for 3. And I was like, I'm just like, the song The Optimist has done me in, but you know, it was, you know, and it's so cool of her to come back and create something. Is it the best pop album of all time? No, but it's her work and it's true to her and it's what she wanted to put out, and like I applaud that.
Yeah, I think I love that about her, that she knows that she's not the best singer. She knows she's not the best pop star, but she's like, fuck it, I'm gonna do this anyway. And now the fact that she like makes fun of herself, like when she parodies like her dance, you know, the dance from the Good Morning America show, and she'll like do that on stage. Like she's just having so much more fun with it now.
I know, and then she also put out tickets for a world tour that pretty much sold out too. So it's like, you know, you're doing something right. But I think that concerts are just going to be a thing of the past.
Child stars who is still putting out new work.
Yeah, but like the way to like that concerts are nowadays, and with the scalpers and ticket prices.
Well, that's why like I have no desire to go. Like I don't want to pay $150 to be so far up in the nosebleeds that I can't even sit. I'd rather just listen to the fucking album in my car. Like
I'd rather just go see, like I've talked about this, I just want to go to a dive bar with a live band and just fucking jam out, and that's enough for me.
100%. Yeah, so I just can't be bothered. It's like if a whole group of people are going and they're like, hey, you want to go? I'm like, yeah, fuck it, I'll go. But like I'm not seeking it out.
I know, I'm the same way. Like it has to be like a specific, like Noah, I obviously would have paid whatever, but for other people I'm like, I'm good.
Like if we go, cool. If not,
that's why like I miss the past of like the PNC Bank Arts Center, when like the lineup would slap and you would just get $20 lawn seats. and it didn't matter.
I miss Starland Ballroom where I could watch
like that was Blink-182
for $30.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wasn't
and crowd surf and just be packed in there. I saw Angels and Airwaves there. I saw so many big bands there.
That's amazing. No, it's just it's kind of sucks that that's what the concert world has become.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like now because there's so much popularity and they need to seat so many people, you have to go to Izod Center and then you have to be so fucking far away. Like it's just,
I know.
Yeah,
I definitely prefer the more intimate shows. But what can you do?
What can you do? I agree. We gotta spend our money on other things.
I'll just live vicariously through TikTok like I did with the Eras tour before I went.
100%. 100%. I agree with that. All right. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right. Well, that's all we have for you this month. If you like what you heard, please make sure to follow, subscribe, and rate and review the podcast on whatever platform you're listening on. If you have any book recommendations or questions for us, you can email us at fullybookedcalfpod@gmail.com. Also, go to follow us on our socials. We are on Instagram and TikTok at fullybookedcalfpod. Thanks for checking us out, and remember,
if you need us, we're fully booked.
Bye.